rules of adding and subtracting fractions don't change that. All right, you have common denominator, 7 over x plus 5 equals 10. Now you can put it as 10 over 1 and cross multiply, or we get rid of the fraction by multiplying by the denominator. So now you're left with 7 equals 10x plus 50. As the x plus 5's cancel, you're left with 7 on top. Multiply the other side by x plus 5. If I subtract 50 on both sides, I get negative 43 equals 10x. And my answer is going to be negative 43 over 10, which equals x. Right. You have to get comfortable with the fact you're going to get answers that look like that. There's no getting around that fact. All right, your answers a lot of times are going to be ugly. You do want to make sure this is not a negative 5, so you don't get a 0. It's not, so we're good to move forward. Subtraction, same deal. The only difference is you subtract the numerators. I'm going to multiply both sides by the denominator, and we're left with 4 equals 7x minus 21. You add 21 to both sides, you get 25. And my answer is 25 over 7. And there's my answer. Oops. Okay, so our common denominator is going to be x minus 6, x plus 10. So the x minus 6 cancels on the first one, and we're at 5 times x plus 10. The x plus 10 cancels on the second one, and we're at 9 times x minus 6. And that equals, I don't need to write the 1 again. It's just x minus 6, x plus 10. Okay? We're going to distribute 5x plus 50 plus 9x minus 54 equals, and I FOIL here, x squared plus 4x minus 60. Before I start moving things over, can we agree we have an x squared and an x in this problem, right? You have to get everything on one side. Before you do that, combine your like terms. 14x minus 4 equals x squared plus 4x minus 60. I'm subtracting 14x on both sides. That gets me to a negative 10x. I'm adding 4 on both sides. That gets me to a negative 56. Fortunately, and I said to you on the test, I'll make sure this happens. X minus 14, x plus 4. All the problems will be able to be factored. And my answers are 14 and negative 4. A minus sign really makes no difference. X minus 1, x minus 1, x plus 4, and say the minus sign doesn't make much difference in terms of what I'm going to do. The x minus 1's cancel, 9 times x plus 4, but we have to maintain the same order. The 9 is in front, so it's got to stay in front. Minus 8 times an x minus 1. The x plus 4 cancels, and then on the other side, it's just x minus 1, x plus 4. We're going to FOIL that out. So 9x plus 36 minus 8x plus 8 equals x squared plus 3x minus 4. I'm distributing on the left. I'm FOILing on the right. Combine your like terms. X plus 44 equals x squared minus 3x minus 4. I'm subtracting x and I'm subtracting 44 on both sides. So x squared minus 4x minus 48. Now, all right, so once we get to this point, if we cannot factor it, we're going to use the quadratic formula. Negative 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times a negative 48. Let me bring this down here so I have a little more room. Over 2 times 1. So my answer is going to be 4 plus or minus root 208 over 2. The square, 16 and 4 times 48 is 192. 192 and 16 is 208. You would have to break down the 208. 2 and 104. 2 and 52. 2 and 21. 3 and 7. So I believe it's going to be 2 root 42. Oh, nope. Careless on that. Sorry about that. 2 and 26. There we go. 2 and 13. So it's 4 root 13. That's more like it. So 4 plus or minus 4 root 13 over 2. And we get 2 plus or minus 2 root 13 is our answer. Now, when you go through this, I will try and make sure the problems on the test factor out. But if they don't, we should be able to use the quadratic. I'm a big fan of doing this. Writing out the problem again and factoring. So now, I need to multiply everything by the denominator. So in this case, the x plus 2 cancels, and I'm left with 4 times x plus 7. The x plus 7 cancels, I'm left with 6 times x plus 2. Everything cancels, I'm left with 11. Which is nice, because now, no factor. We just distribute. We're going to combine our like terms. 10x plus 40 equals 11. 10x equals a negative 29. And my x equals negative 29 over 10. And that's it. It actually is easier when the problem is formatted in this fashion. 3x minus 5, it does not matter where the trinomial is. X minus 5, x plus 2, when I factor the bottom here, and 10 over x plus 2. X minus 5, x plus 2. And we multiply to everything. So the x minus 5 cancels. 3 times x plus 2. Minus 8 equals 10 times the x minus 5. 3x plus 6 minus 2 equals 10x minus 50. Once again, combine your like terms. Whoops, minus 8, excuse me. So 3x minus 2, so let me make that 8 a little more clear there. Sorry about that. So it's going to be 3x minus 2 equals 10x minus 50. I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides, 7x. Add 50 on both sides, get 48. And 48 over 7 is my answer.